Alright folks, Pitching Case 88, we are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Now, there is not a new case out this week, so I thought I would go ahead and do an oldie but goodie. So, I want to show you guys in the bottom right hand corner, pitchingcase88.com. It is live. You can watch any of my old cases, they are there. But for this one, we're going to be watching Smoke and Mirrors. This was a crazy conclusion to Bayou. Previously on Criminal Case. Hey Ace, I just don't get why Vanessa would send you a message on a beer coaster of all things. Talks about dark secrets and she drew a tombstone with a note saying tonight, 10 p.m. You're right, Ace. Since there's a tombstone on it, Vanessa must mean the cemetery. She sure as heck chose the right place to reveal dark secrets. Looks like this story is going to take a dark turn, so you should stay behind, Amy. It could get dangerous. Ace, you ready to head to the cemetery and learn about Vanessa's secrets? Let's go. Definitely. So this one is Pacific Bay. Well, Ace, I don't see Vanessa. Either we're early or she's hiding. Why couldn't she just speak to you on the phone instead of all this secrecy? Do we really need to go looking for her, Ace? I mean, I'm a bit too old for playing hide and seek. Alright, fine. Let's get it over with. Ugh. This was always super nasty. Really nasty. If we go to Bayou Blue, it's right here. Well, it's just nasty. That's really the root of all evil. That one's a good one too. There are actually a lot of good ones in Bayou Blue. Root of all evil. Alright. Yep, she does not look good. Does not look good. Faded map. Gargoyle. Torn paper. Candelabra. Weather vanes appear and then funeral wreath. I forget where that is. It's been a while. Duh, it's on one of the cemeteries. And Daddy Vlog number 3, man, I gotta make the 4th one. It's been a while. This kid's been crazy. Been adorable, but he's been crazy. Wow, this is gotta be the biggest voodoo doll I've ever seen so far, Ace. Besides, I thought we were meant to be looking for Vanessa. Wait, you're telling me that this voodoo doll is Vanessa? Why didn't you say so earlier? Well, I guess we're too late to hear a secret. I agree, Ace. Let's see if Roxy can get her talking again. Now, what's this you picked up, Ace? A torn document? I'll let you piece it back together. I know you like showing off your skills. And look at this message. Vanessa, hide here and you'll be safe. But you're right, Ace. There's something else on this, but it's faded. Do you think you can recover the faded ink so we can all see what this is about, Ace? Oh. So anyways, guys, I gotta grab a whole bunch of stars. Remember, this takes a heck of a lot longer. So I will see you guys later. This has been Pitching Case 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pitching Case 88, we're back. Grabbed a few stars. Took me a little bit of time, but let's get going with this. And in that time, I actually got a haircut, so what? Crazy things happen. Alright, so interesting. Well, it's getting irritating, Ace. You're too darn skilled. It makes me look bad. And this document pieced back together looks like an awful lot like a conspiracy document. It says the 3 girls were missing, and there are a lot of scribble notes around them. Same age, same place. What's this all about? I agree, Ace. We should send this mystery to the lab. I'm sure the lab rat will enjoy solving this for us. Alright, where's this faded map gonna take us? Treehouse. You try recovering that map, Ace. Now I know where Vanessa went to hide, with the promise she'd be safe. Well, since Vanessa ended up dead, we all know that's a lie. What is this place? Looks like a hut stuck in a tree. You're right, Ace. This treehouse shouldn't be too hard to find out in the swamp. So what did you say about we go see where Vanessa was hiding out? Let's do it. Now, since I grabbed all of these, I should be able to figure out where most of this stuff is pretty quickly. So we got photograph, we got file, fish trap, I don't know what that is, crap, deer head, fish trap's new too. Dang, could have done so much better. Huh, it's not every day you see a hut like that perched in a tree. So this is where Vanessa was hiding out, eh? And so you found a trophy mount, Ace? Well, don't tell me you want to hang this trashy decoration up in your home. Oh right, good call, Ace. I didn't see the faded inscription on it. Well, recovering the text can go two ways. Watch me make a mess of it, or you can ace it in seconds. And dang, it's true, this is a photo of the victim, but look at the drawing on it. We've seen enough of these by now to know it's a voodoo spell. And you've got a good point, Ace. Everyone seems to practice voodoo around these parts. So let's start by identifying the spell before we go around pointing fingers. And do you want to search through that fish trap? Fine by me. Just watch out for any water snakes hiding in there. I'd hate to be given a new partner. Don't worry, Frank. I think I'm pretty good at this. Whoa. Not bad, I guess. You managed to recover that message on the trophy mount, Ace. It reads, don't you get it, Vanessa? You're the prey. It's signed Betty Lou. Kind of relieved she's mean to everyone, not just me. But you're right, Ace. Just previously, a head turned up in Betty Lou's bar. And now it sounds like Betty Lou's threatening to stick Vanessa's head on a trophy mount. I agree, we need to talk to her. She looks scary. Tried to click it and I was wrong. Nope. That's right. You've become pretty knowledgeable in all things voodoo, Ace. So you identified the spell cast on Vanessa's photo. You're right, we've actually seen this voodoo signature before, and it belongs to none other than Erica Mabayo. Ugh, why am I not surprised? You know, for someone who works in the shadows, Erica ain't very good at staying in them. But then again, I ain't complaining. But it seems like this was a protection spell. What was Erica trying to protect Vanessa from? I agree. Let's just go see the sorceress and ask her directly. Oh, so she was trying to protect her. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, those are like eels or leeches. I don't like that stuff. You guys get away so I can like click on this? Sorry, Ace, if you're fishing for compliments, you ain't gonna get any. You picked out the most uninteresting thing in that fish trap. Think this necklace is our victim used to wear, Ace? Alright, I guess it's not such a bad find after all. And I agree, we should collect some of that blood. And we got a lot of clues. A lot of clues. Hey Betty Lou, seen your brace found the threat you so sweetly carved out for Vanessa, saying that she was the prey. What'd you mean by that? It wasn't a threat, it's just the way I talk. I wanted her to leave the bayou for all. Or for good is all. Before something bad happened to her. Still sounds like a threat, Betty Lou. Were you mad at Vanessa because you discovered she was a prostitute? What do I care what she did? She was a pretty one, alright, and dolls like her just end up getting ruined in the bayou. I didn't envy her for that. Pretty dolls like her? That's a poor choice of words, Betty Lou. You know Vanessa's killer turned her into a human voodoo doll. Well, heck, don't look at me. If I was gonna kill someone, I'd just blast them with my shotgun and feed them to the gators. Quick and easy. Just ask my ex-husband. I'll pass. I'll pass on that. Erica, Senior Brace discovered that you placed a protection spell on Vanessa Kimmel. I'm sorry to break it to you, but the spell didn't work. How dare you question my powers, you mere mortal. My spells always work. Well, she's been murdered, so no, they don't really work. The protection spell was to help Vanessa. She was scared of something, so I used my magic and begged her to go talk to Senior Trooper Ace immediately. But it seems that I failed her. I'll try and speak to her spirit in the shadow world and ask for forgiveness. That's a clue. Yeah, why don't you just save us the time and ask Vanessa who killed her, would ya? That would be nice. You want to send this blood you collected from the victim's necklace over to the lab base? Well, that means less work for us, so I'm all for it. Of course you are, Frank. Sweet. So see you guys in 30 hours from Pitching Ace 88. Or what? Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Criminal Case Elite Mode, Smoke and Mirrors. Look at this, guys. Almost 40,000 subscribers. That is nuts. That's quite a body you sent over, Ace. A human made to look like a voodoo doll? Well, that's pretty cool. I think the victim would disagree, Roxy. Well, she's got her lips sewn shut, so she can't say much anyways. The freaky thing is, her eyes are missing underneath those buttons. Great. We're obviously dealing with a complete psycho here. Well, all I can tell you for now is that she was strangled to death. And I'm guessing that the killer used the tools that they had at hand for the stitching because it was done with a fishhook and fishing line. Oh, so that means her killer fishes? Huh. It's meant to be a calming activity, not a let's go and rip some poor girl's eyes out kind of thing. Nasty. I do remember this one. This one was super nasty. Ugh. I looked into the document that Ace found. I had Russell check out the handwriting. He's positive it belonged to your victim. Vanessa starts investigating the disappearance of these girls, then she turns up dead? What can you tell us about it? For one, they all went missing just in the bayou over the years. And get this, they all died at the age of 24, just like your victim. And similarities don't end there. All the girls were prostitutes. Again, just like your victim. What do you think, Ace? This case is linked? And does that mean we're dealing with a serial killer? Well, that's a difficult one to answer, because the cop investigating these girls, Harvey Fitchner, never solved the case. Wow, Harvey was leading the investigation? I didn't expect to talk to that old wreck again so soon, but you're right, Ace. We need to see him. He's got the dot as well. Or the bug light. I analyzed the blood you found on the victim's necklace, Ace. It's a mixture of your victim's blood and chili powder. As the chili powder was on the blood and not in her bloodstream, it means it got deposited on the necklace after the murder by your killer. And thanks to this, I can tell you that your killer enjoys spicy food. It sounds like you're reading from the killer's online dating profile. Yawn. Enjoy spicy food, long walks on the beach, and watching sunsets. But admit, you're right, Ace. I should be grateful now that we're one step closer to catching our chili-loving killer. Oh, Frank. Hey, Harvey. Suture Brace is looking into the murder, which has similarities to those missing girls you were investigating. What can you tell us about it? Go away, the lot of you. I don't want to talk about that blasted case. Come on, Harvey. Lives are at risk here. There's a serial killer on the loose. That case haunts me day and night. Alright, it was my first assignment on reaching the bayou. I tried my best, but my best wasn't enough, and the case was never solved. So you turned to drinking instead? You do the same, Frank. I know you too well. What happens to them girls was a nightmare. The drink keeps those memories at bay. Now leave me alone. Yeah, now I kind of understand why Harvey drank so much, Ace. I suddenly feel bad for the poor guy. You're right, there's a good chance that catching the serial killer might help Harvey put a few demons to rest. At least I hope so. Signature brace. If we've got a serial killer on our hands, things are going to get a whole lot more complicated around here. This investigation has already destroyed one of my officers' lives. I don't want the same thing happening to you, so be careful. And Frank, given that Harvey's not a suspect, it would be best if you were taken off this case. Phew, that's kind of a relief, Chief. I don't know if I can investigate my old mentor for murder. Don't worry, Ace. I know you'll ace it. Ace, I'll have Amy come around and I'll let you debrief her. This is gonna be your first big case, so I'm happy she gets to do it with you. Nice. Reporting for duty, Signature Brace, and ready to catch this serial killer. So what have you got so far? You discovered that Betty Lou sent Vanessa a death threat, but insisted it was actually just a friendly note to tell her to leave the bayou. Alright. And Erica Mabayo wanted to protect the victim, yet the style of the murder strongly suggests the killer dabbles in voodoo. And that's interesting. Hey, you gotta listen to this. I pinpointed the locations where those girls went missing and triangulated the coordinates. Led me to Colonial Mansion, very deep in the swamp. What's weird is that for such a secluded place, a lot of young, attractive women seem to gather there. Hey Ace, you previously discovered Vanessa was featured in a book about prostitutes, right? Well, I just think I found the brothel she worked at. Wow, a voodoo murder, a serial killer, and a hidden brothel? You're right, Ace, we need to check it out ASAP. Oh no, Ace, we finally found the brothel Vanessa worked at, but it's on fire. It's on fire! Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next chapter. This is Movie Chase 88. Over and out.